I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. We are apart. I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. Till forever, you'll be in my heart.
Comes up. We do a dance in the dark. Down the hall, pictures fall. Even the neighbors call. But then you rip out my heart. Every artery, a part of me. Ooh. It's obvious to me that you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you sad. But I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Walking away from me. Yeah, yeah. that wicked smile. You know I can't help myself. They play around with me for a while, keep tearing me up until there's nothing left. Ooh, it's obvious to me. Yeah, you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you go. But I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on. You don't want problems, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it. You already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends. Ay, you when I touching the kin. Ay, putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is. Ay, switching the moves, no number two, I came in the win. Said I'm tapped in with the action, if they got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, like diesel, shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Hold up. Pay attention, this is beast mode. Got an edge on the game like a cheat code. Had to tighten up my focus like a peephole. I want the rings and the change like I'm Depot. Picked up, walking, check my status. We established when it's show. Time to squat, making plays. Ooh, it's magic like some. We want the smoke. Y'all ain't really about that action. We got perfect off the practice. They ain't working, so they lack it. I've been hungry all my life. I ain't passing up a plate. I can't quit until I win. I ain't having no debates. This is sacrifice and heart. That's exactly what it takes. So I'm going full throttle at me, back up out my way. Yeah, I promise you, you cannot stop me. Now when the whole team got me, I notice how cocky. But watch me, I'ma show you what horror got me. Parameters, you are not dealing with amateurs. You and your team cannot handle us. This is excellence, Rich, stand it up, cause you know
I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know
Check
I'm a
1,
beast.
2. All day, every day. Recoil. Monday Night Raw Dog, baby. There we go. Updating some commands. Disco. Idiot and Rampage. The Huff. JDA, 7 to 8 months, you beast. JPC.
Let's do it!
Oh, man. Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on that literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab in Citrus County, Florida. We're doing it again. Oh, shit. Lock into the obesity cradle. Right, Disco, we got the summer winding down. We got the fall ahead of us. Hey, Kruger, what's up, man? Recoil chat. Oh. So. Oh, yeah, I was adding a promo. Tossing in the Monday night modifier. So exclamation point fall hoodie is the Top D Grand Prix big prize at the end of the month. But today, Final Four can take home small miscellaneous Monday Night Raw Dog items. Replay? Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it's the version of the build that doesn't require you to move. It's the same thing, right? He's generating offering by standing still versus moving and doing cooldowns. And even he admitted in the video that you kill the bosses faster if you don't do it that way. That if you do it the other way. Let me check on that, K. Kruger. I might have not published it. Said, did I upload the last stream? No. Or I didn't publish it. It's for some reason it does that. I just published it on the VODs. Reappraise. Well, thanks to Rob, they're gonna nerf it. Biker Scout, what's up, man? Or maybe not, I don't know. They're definitely gonna tweak the runes. Because a lot of the content creators kind of echo the same thing. You know, what they mostly equate to is just like more damage. But that's what's fun. The funny thing is like, that's for the other homos. The Barb is like, what are you talking about? We got earthquakes and tornadoes down. It's just fucking fire, son. You know? So for the most part, it's good, right? Like it adds more damage, but they're like, oh, I was hoping to be more exciting than that. You know? They'll do some tweaks. But it's fire. Hey, Kruger says, nice t-shirt. Can I see it? This one? It was a Watang hoodie, or a Watang shirt. It's in my shop. Yo, Azrael, what's up, brother? Hold on a second. Ginger Beef in chat. What's up, man? Biker Scout. Haven't been seen in a while. Yeah, where you been, man? Jack Garrison. What's up, brother? We're just chilling in the fucking Florida Beats Lab, man. Azrael. Dark Elves lamenting at how not great the start of AOS has been. Well, bless Ace. I love him. D4 becoming the worst Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is fire, dude. That shit was fire. But a lot of people stopped playing it, before they developed the season mechanics. Like, every good thing you like about Diablo 4 is from Diablo 3. Hordes, pits, Ubers, that's all Diablo 3. So they're just doing that. And it's funny, you like the season of the construct 1+ saves, and a lot of people didn't. But as soon as I saw that they were bringing rune words into the game, I was like, you mean they're just bringing construct lifts? That's all the construct was. Starting to paint your next project, Kid Kruger? Hell yeah, man. Biker Scott been dealing with family stuff and gaming with a few friends. Not had much time to just chill out. We're getting back to normal now. That's awesome. What was that? Just so ridiculous. Path of Exile 2 is about to nothing personal, kid. Diablo 4. I'll probably play Path of Exile 2. Probably mess with it a little bit. Okay, Kruger, how big is the biggest figure I've ever painted? Like in the miniature category? Like a model? I mean, like, what's bigger, a Thunderhawk? Or what's bigger, a Reaver Titan or a Thunderhawk? Disco, man, what's up, brother?
Down from the heavens.
Path of Exile 2 does look fun, especially if simpler like D4. We appreciate the simplicity of D4, which is why I haven't played as much last Epoch since launch. But yeah. He said my brain too small for last Epoch PoE. It's not that it's too small, it's just that your gaming habits have changed over the years. Like we all know we're all pretty sophisticated gamers now. So we kind of can detect old mechanics. Which is why I have a love-hate relationship with Dark Souls. You know, I appreciate Dark Souls for bringing the OG in, you know, like the old school shit in. But like a lot of Dark Souls is just like hard for hardness sake. It's a game balance, you know? But that's like the meme of their own existence, which I appreciate, you know? But I want arrows and golden lines that show me where my quests are, and I want maps that glow, and I want, you know what I mean? Like, and 1 plus saves, exactly. Like, Path of Exile requires more. That's one of the things that, man, always held me back, honestly, from Path of Exile. Was just like that initial buy-in on it was just so. Dude, my hair looks crazy. What's going on? I'm trying to grow the top of my hair out long again. God damn. It's just gonna be like that, okay. Like it. But yeah, 40K is my time waster. Okay, Kruger, yeah, the orc is coming along good, man. Well, plus saves, you feel me, right? Like, I get it. You want me to earn this information. Well, I appreciate that sentiment. With all due respect, I didn't realize that you had your balls removed with experimental surgery. So, as far as promos go, we got our fall hoodie promo, guys. Again, got to be entering into the Top D Grand Prix for a chance to win this. More entries mean more chances. It's like a raffle. But it's Monday Night Raw Dog, so there are independent prizes to earn tonight for being in the Final Four. If you're just tuning in for the first time in a long time, or you're brand new to the show, exclamation point class. It's a big deal right there. Teach classes 5 days a week. Ready to pray you back to original Path of Exile. when it was crowdfunded. Never actually played it though. Fresh to do. What's up, man? Bidley Fitz tuning in. 1+A is I'm agreeing with you. I'm speaking to the people who disagree with this, not to you. I'm agreeing with you in this rare moment. And to the people who disagree with us, with all due respect, eat a dick. I like Diablo 4 a lot right now because they've added layers in small digestible seasons, new activities that are all simple. You know what I'm saying? They added the pit. That was a simple thing to go do. Right? And we got our masterworks. Then they added the hordes. Fuck the pit. The pit's dead to me. You know what I mean? Do hordes now. And now we're like, well, we still have nightmare dungeons and all of this shit. Fuck these. You don't need to do any of those. We're just gonna do super pits. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, dude. And then they're like, oh, and we got these rune words. They're simple, they're cool. Thank you. Oh, and you get more sockets. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play it for like 4 or 5 weeks super hard. Then go back to 40k. Perfect. Well, plus saves like, yep, hordes is what I want to do. One room, blast, standing still, drain off, blasting, then choose my reward. They're not gonna kill it because they've always been trying to do that. Remember, like this, you like the season of Construct was almost the same thing, right? But except we had to walk through the stupid dungeon. But then they were like, you know what, fuck the stupid part, just run through the dungeon. You can run through it super quick. I like Pit because I do like progressive, like mobbing and bossing challenges like that. So I like that they're going to send it down on the pit, make it exactly like Greater is, D3 style. And then that means a leaderboard will come from that. You know, and that's what we want. Okay, Kruger, it's the only thing I love in Diablo is the story. I heard that in Diablo there's a super low chance sub-mob to drop a good gear. And meanwhile in PoE there's a bigger chance. I feel like you've never played an ARPG. Okay, Kruger. That's good. What Bus says, the leaderboard is just for me to show off to my friends. That's all I want a leaderboard for. I want to show off to like my friends who are playing with me, so they can all know it better than them. I don't care about the people who cheat. Go nuts. Fuck them. That's even harsh. Go nuts. I don't care. Don't fuck you. Yeah, damn, James Earl Jones died. James Earl Jones died today, Ryan. Damn, that dude's a legend. Bro, it's funny, all these people in here are like, Vader, my boy, Vader. Yeah, there we go, Ryan. That's the one. I was like, bro, yeah, Star Wars, sure. But if you're my age, Don't front like you haven't watched The Lion King 1,000,000 times, dude. If you're 40 years old, you've seen Lion King more times than fucking Star Wars. Mufasa, dude. Who gives a fuck about Mufasa, Ginger Beef? When Scar, holding Mufasa's hands, long live the king, throws him into the fucking pit, dude. I don't give a fuck what Star Wars has ever done or ever gonna do. It will never elicit the same emotional response or the straight vitriol and hatred that I experienced during that scene. No Star Wars scene has ever been on that level. Because all the Star Wars shit is better. Plus says someone asked me today why I still play D4. I think it's pay to win. But your definition of pay to win is different than what I think other people understand. Diablo 4 is not pay to win because the developer doesn't put a payment methodology in place to give you an inherent advantage over the game. So it's more of a question of game theory. You know what I mean? But it is pay to win because you can black market purchase currently any item you want. No, not any item you want, but close enough, right? But even then, it's such a minimal advantage. If my guy can my dude could do any end game activity well right now. So the only thing black market purchasing would give me is like a boner from having greater affixes and everything I want. You know what I mean? So there's no actual advantage there. Yeah, you don't even interact with the trading economy. So some dude in China buying 200 billion doesn't affect me. Yeah, I just trade my own shit and play with my homies. It literally doesn't affect my life. Exactly. One plus saves, yeah. In a player-to-player trading, it's irrelevant. people crack me up with that. Who cares? Biker Scout James Earl Jones is the first actor that sells voice for when he dies, so he's forever Darth Vader. God, that's awesome. Alright, we're good. Alright, so here's where we left off. So we glued this little guy on. We built up some of the metal nonsense real quick. We got his sword looking really good. But we have to go through and get like this armband. Detail his face a little bit. And then we can kind of hone in on some of these glyphs. And get his skin Jacked. So let's figure out those wraps. We're gonna put some red on the guy. For sure. So let's get our bold power red out. Cat bait hammer, what's up? Am I crazy? My stream schedule on Twitch said there wasn't a stream today. Is my Twitch schedule broken? It's not reflecting accurately. Let me see. It says I'm live now on that little thingy. Monday. It says Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Where does this? Is that a graphic you're looking at, or is that the actual panel? Because that used to be the schedule. Are you seeing that on like a banner? That's what I'm curious about. It's the schedule panel. Just looked at that. It said Monday. Yeah, my shit says Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Screenshot what you're talking about so I can fix it. Throw it up in whips. Dark blue. Bold power red. I'll rinse this brush off. Take some red, some dark blue. See if we can get this. We're gonna just take it right off the wet palette, straight to the model. We're just gonna raw dog it. This was the gauntlet that was attached to the Vega Claw. That's pretty good. Let that dry for a minute. Rinse my brush. Let's switch out to number 1. So we want to start painting up some of these glyphs. So we'll take the same mix. We're just going to kind of stipple on there. It's semi-opaque, slightly wet. Using mostly a stipple motion there. It's like a dog bone right here. Go. We put like some big bullets there. But I kind of want to paint these as well. All right. So now let's move back to this right here. Now let's grab some Bold Power Red and some of this mix. Create something clearly redder. What we want these two. Introduce kind of like a radial highlight all the way around the glove for the gauntlet. But we also want to keep some of the dark zones intact where it gets close to the glyph. See, we created like a respectful highlight to where it's just naturally blending in. Just a layering technique. Now on the very little glyphs, we're going to be more aggressive, more red, less of the purple mix. We're just gonna mostly just kind of stipple in and mostly repaint what we have. It's our little dog bone. See if we can sneak in here. Back to this side. Let's grab pure red where we want. There's a nice border. This is somewhat watered down, so it's semi-opaque and semi-wet right now. And I'm working kind of just placement and line shape more than anything. Because it's not totally opaque, it's drying and you can still see what we've done underneath it. Maybe an even smaller brush. Cheeky devils, thanks, man. Let's grab high opacity, low moisture. Let's see if we can sneak in right here. Get that gauntlet. We're using the stipple. Hey, Coil's mom in chat, what's up? Now let's go with pure bold power red, high opacity, low moisture. See if we can just try to get a little bit of a highlight going on the exterior. Using stipples and heart pulls. This is off the palette, just bold power red now. Not Mauricio. What's up, man? So what we want now is we want to get some water. So our darkest position is this, right? Our brightest position is this. Mix them together. Lower the opacity. So we've lowered the opacity through the introduction of moisture. I'm going to take some of the moisture off with this paper towel. And we're just going to kind of blur the tide line where the two highlights collide. And you need to let that dry. And it should be drying pretty quick. if you're taking enough moisture off on the paper towel. We get a little bit more of the stock red into our blurring mix. Take some of the more moisture off. So I'm just pat drying it right here. This is low opacity and low moisture because of what we're doing with the paper towel. We're going to go back in here with another filter. Again, we're colliding with where the highlight meets the shadow and blurring out that harsh line. See, so we just drew it in all willy-nilly, and we just blurred it. So you can do like 1,000 glazes, perfectly solid glazing all the way up to the top. Or you can do like a cell shading composition and just blur it. Now that it's dry, I'll hit it again. Hit the blur. Just work that radial shape. Rinse it down. Let's go back to pure Bold Power Red using our small brush. Let's make sure we have a clean Bold Power Red line. Hitting that exterior. Using the tip of my brush and tracing along the hard edge there. Over here, I have to be a little bit more careful because there's our green stuff patch job right there from when we made this version. Now we're going to just go and brute force it with another highlight. Guilty, what's up, brother? So we're going to take some straight up bold titanium white. Mix it with the red a little bit. We're going to just try to introduce this like methodically. We want to pay attention to what we're doing with these lines. See, I'm really focused on this little sharp bit right, the sharp part right here. See where it spikes out. Now, I'm going to neuter it a little bit by adding more red so it's not quite as aggressive. Right there. Rinse down. Let's pick up basically pure white. Just a little bit of red hanging on. Not Mauricio. What camera did I use? This is an old 920 Logitech. You can't buy this anymore. The one they list on their website is not the same one. Even though it has the same number series. Or the 920. it's they discontinued the Carl Zeiss 920s. But I have a camera that I think is good enough on my gear list that Recoil put in there. Like you can't do this with a webcam anymore. You need a DSLR. Like I'm still using this webcam, but this is the last one I have. I had 2 of these 920s, and like that I saved, but I left them in California. I have no way to get them back. So this one right here is the last one I have. Been using it since 2014. So if it one day dies, I'm, DSLR. Got the Manhammer. Can you talk for a minute about your airbrush and why you like it more than an Iwata or Badger? The airbrush I'm using on that gear list, it's like an Iwata clone, so it's very similarly constructed to the Iwata Eclipse, which is a very solid workhorse airbrush. I've used it for years. I used an Iwata Eclipse for fucking 10 years, man. Like, it's amazing airbrush. It's just that the price of that airbrush goes up every year, but no new features are added. As a matter of fact, I could prove that the overall construction has gone down in quality. Like, because remember, they did the same thing with the camera we're talking about. It says Iwata Eclipse, but then there's a serial number next to it that has like numbers and letters. The one I used to use started with like an RX or something like that. That number series isn't there anymore. And I compared them. The new ones are like noticeably lighter. Like there's less. It's like less. So if you're going to charge me nearly $200 for the airbrush, but it's actually gotten worse, that's when we started looking at other airbrushes, and Mr. Hobby has basically a clone of the brush. It's cheaper. It's like $100. It's not machined as well, but to offset that, it's a smaller tip. It's the smallest I would go. It's a 0.3, and it has a built-in mag valve. Like it's almost half the cost and basically just as good with additional features. But I like airbrushes to be simple. I like them to be not complicated. I don't want the needle to be smaller than a 0.3 or bigger than a 3.5. So the current airbrush I'm using is the airbrush I recommend. So here's a little bit of white. And we're just gonna sharpen up the teeth on this glyph. And it's just white mixed with the red. High opacity, low moisture. It's a zero synthetic. Not Mauricio, gonna be creating your own setup. Yeah, I mean you probably need a DSLR. That's pretty much the market now. And that gear list again that was sent to you over there that has a totally affordable, well-costed DSLR with a cam link suggestion that will get the job done. The problem with the webcam is no webcam on the market has an autofocus feature that will suffice. So you notice I don't have autofocus on. I have manual focus, and I have it set currently to a focal range that I'm just staying. I'm not moving my model around. But when I do, I have to move either the camera. Or reach over my shoulder and change the focus. And they don't even have the software that even powers this camera doesn't exist anymore. I have it in a Google Drive from almost a decade ago. Just grab the little noosh. I'm trying to catch this line. See if we can catch some right here. Using the heart pull, some stipples right here. I want to get a little whiter. Possible. There. I'm gonna go back to some low opacity red, just kind of repair the midfield right here. Now what we want to do is flip the script. We want some transparent yellow.
Question.
What?
Are we not saying phrasing anymore? I'm coming! Phrasing boom!
Come on, make a hole.
Phrasing boom.
Tell Archer I'm coming for him. Phrasing boom and both berries out.
Are you using News H like a glazing medium or kinda like Army Painter wash medium? Just ordered some, excited to experiment with it.
Captain Banhammer, let me get some love and chat right there for that man, 666. You can say that I'm using it like a glazing medium or a wash medium. It's really whatever you want it to be. It lowers, any medium will lower the opacity of the pigment without adding moisture. So they all do that. The Noosh is also a drying retardant, but it can reactivate with water, unlike classic drying retardants. So it just kind of is a superior medium, and it can do anything you just listed. To be clear though, when I'm glazing, I use water. I don't use medium. Like when we blended that red, we didn't use Noosh. We just used water. So nothing's gonna evaporate better than water. I want it to evaporate. I want it to dry fast. Making your paint dry slower is most of the time not a good thing. You want to be fast with acrylic paint, not slow. So here is some transparent yellow. I'm gonna add some water. Lower the opacity, you see? Take some of that moisture off. And now we're just gonna run this filter over our highlighted area of the red. Run a quick glaze. Sitting in right here. Sneak in right here. Gauntlet. Little glyphs on the arm. I painted these. It's like they're like grenades strapped to his shoulder here. Let's add a little bit more red. Thinking, you'll notice I'm not painting the whole thing red because I'm kind of going with the idea of creating a triangulated pattern. Each slicing these grenades, kind of just like flirting with it. So just kind of wanted to unfocus my eyes and look at what that felt like, you know. But either way, we're gonna paint them red first. Just let that relax. Captain Banhammer, more checkers, baby. Let's grab a little mahogany. Grab a little shadow flesh. Over here. A little white. Okay, kind of like a regular ass looking brown. And we had a green stuff this set of wraps right here. Because we used a jeweler's saw to kind of slice the Vega Claw or the gauntlet off. The other hand, or the claw off of this hand, and then we wanted to keep that gauntlet and put this sword hand on. And then there was a gap. So we filled that gap in with the green stuff. So on these missiles, what we probably want are these grenades. Probably want to just take some white. to get that like hourglass umbrella corp shape. We're just using like stipples and heart pulls. I'm thinking, let's grab a little black. So I'm thinking we can take a little black and see if we can insert a line like a border. Right there. Little heart pull. Just gotta connect them. The heart pull is the brushstroke of precision. Train that brush control strategy in my classes. What we want to do is maybe grab a little white, mix it into the red. Let's see if we can introduce a little opposing highlight. Using the heart pull. Up against the border we created, see? Get a little whiter. High opacity, low moisture. Let's go a little bit harder on the white line. Toward the tip. Just touch the tip. That's going to give us that beveled look. Let's go back to our watered down transparent yellow. Remember that? Let's put a little bit of the yellow in. And we just glued that on there. That's like a grenade belt. Just glued that on there to hide some of our fucking surgery that we did on this guy. Now, let's touch up the white. Let's grab pure white. Put a stipple. To get that a little bit whiter. Messed up my black line a little bit. Grab a little bit more black. See if I can repair this little line right here. I got the white a little too deep and distorted the line. Now we were using, that's fine, I'm gonna use a little black plus blue. Add some white. Because that's kind of what we were doing earlier on the steel. I want to send a bit of a highlight right here. Go. Send in a little bit more line work right here. I want to separate the umbrella pizza slices from the cartridge. Alright, a little side quest, right? Just using, all we're using there is like this high opacity, low moisture edge highlight brush control strategy. Let's go back to our brown mahogany, some shadow flesh. And we're just raw dogging it straight over. It's pretty opaque. You see it's a strap. Woe's magic. What up, player? So, you know, we just used a miscellaneous. You see, it's like a grenade belt that goes like on the squig somewhere, and we glued it to that mutilated shoulder to hide our hatchet work. And then we didn't hide them. We just painted them like they're fucking grenades, just chilling right there. We painted this gauntlet. Some of these glyphs. Let's grab a little white. Add it into our brown. Run a couple of quick but respectful highlights in. We're probably going to have to come back to that. Same thing right here. Rose Magic, how you doing, man? See if we can just highlight it a little further. Rotate using the tracer. We're being a little bit more stylized right here. Because we did use some green stuff to build those wraps up to cover the gap. So they're not flawless, right? We might do it like a deliberate striation. Thinking right there, like a tear. And then we're going to grab some black. We're going to try to lower the opacity of the black a little bit. We're going to try to embed a shadow line inside there. Something like that. Kind of obscure some of that not perfect green stuff in. Let's grab some of the black, blue, gray mix. There is a big belt loop right here, or whatever. Let's get some white. Give it a little shine line. Oh, there's like a little indentation right here. This will go great for our kind of tear right there. Let's grab a little bit more highlight. See if I can under highlight that new tear I installed. I'm gonna drop a highlight right here with a heart pull. Nothing's transferring from my brush. Just trying to get a little bit more of that kind of white brown. Right there. So we got some scratches in it to cover up our bad green stuff. So far, so good. Ray Pray, how you like it? We still got to detail out its face, but let's get this last glyph solved. And so we gotta use yellow here because we haven't put enough yellow in the model for the Watang colors. First, we're gonna get some transparent red, some magenta. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab a little like hot pink, essentially. Paint that glyph. Set up for a pre-highlight using color theory technology. Looking for a very saturated, like hot magenta pink. Right there. Ray Pray said he's the bomb. Let's grab some white in the concoction. Like so. You see, we're just gonna start blurring it just like we did everywhere else. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's dope. All right, so we want to blur that a little bit. Let's grab a little noosh, that'll help. And Go back between the two. Grab a little water. I'm just gonna kind of stipple. So we got a little fade going. And with this, the whiter we go, the better. Let's grab some pure white. Or the whiter we go, the more yellow it will be. Everything that's pink and purple will be more orange spectrum, and the more saturated, the better. Which is why you're seeing me use the transparent red. The white's job is to be yellow. And we're just using heart pulls and tracers, man. Always be rotating. Let's lower the opacity, add a lot of noosh, maybe a little bit of the pink, and I want to just kind of get a little deeper into our line work here, a little stippling. And a little bit more of the white into play. Say, we want it to be nice and white toward one side like that. You need a red page set up for third lesson, edge highlighting? You take this. Hell yeah, dude. You ready? So you see what I'm doing is just kind of gently stippling white in that's low opacity. Deeper into the real estate. Grab a touch of the pink. And move in deeper. I'm just kind of eyeballing where I'm at. There we go. We're going for one more high opacity crisp white. And now, you've been following me for a while, you guessed it. Now it's time to make that yellow. Waltang Clan needs a little yellow. So I'll take the transparent yellow. And we're going to paint right over it. Let that set up. It's about 1 billion times easier to do than try to just lay out your yellows like organically. Instead of like trying to fight orange and yellow into a blend, just use magenta and white and then put the yellow on top. Now, like I said, the whiter, the more yellow. Everything else, more orange spectrum. But you can let it dry and you can upgrade the opacity of the yellow filter. And I use a little water still. So when we do the Wattane clan, we like to put something yellow and something red. Now I'm going to take the white again and go over the yellow up here and the peak. You see? So, in the tale of the Wattane Clan Chronicles, he crashed his motorcycle at one point, rebuilt himself into a robot cyborg. That was the Forge Father build years ago. Then he got on a dragon, flew back in time to the 80s and started a motorcycle game. At one point, they crossed universes and entered the MCU. That was a spinoff. That was a one-off. And so now, like all nonsense in the 80s, somehow he acquired a animal mount. You know, a la wizards, shit like that. Because anything was possible in the 80s. He's riding back from the 80s. Heavy Metal magazine style. So we gotta get all that skin looking fresh, though. But this guy slaps, dude. This model is fucking awesome. Exclamation point whip. I'm excited to see what you guys are working on over the weekend.
John C.
Money in the bank alert. Money in the bank alert. Money in the bank alert. How would you do a blue steel wish NMM workup?
Rhea Prey, the most storied orc in history. Roland Green says, I'd watch that show. Recoil is cashing in a Money in the Bank. He won at least one Money in the Bank prize. And his cash in is how would you do a blue steel Wish.com NMN. Does a steel have to be blue? Like, you mean like it's straight up blue? Like you want it to be reflective blue? Because, like, in my opinion, this is blue steel. So you're saying bluer than that? Bluer than this? Because this all has black blue in it. So bluer? Post a whip of your inspiration. Give me a sample of what you're trying to achieve, what your vision is. Pop open Discord. Got one more Money in the Bank cash in. Oh, let me lock in. Figure this out. Exclamation point whip. We'll jump on the blue steel content right after we whip it out. Now you gotta go find a picture. Rico, you just gotta give me your inspiration. You don't actually have to find a picture. For anybody new here doesn't know, we occasionally run a promotion. Like pro wrestling style, you can win a Money in the Bank, cash in, hijack the show tutorial. Exclamation point fall hoodie, exclamation point Monday. We are working toward Baller Month Enterprise or Beast Mode Hoodie Top D Grand Prix. How do you get into this Grand Prix? You have to be in the little category above. You have to be a Final Four supporter at the end of the episode. That gives you raffle entries, basically. Also, since it is Monday night, Raw Dog, the Final Four can select from a list of Raw Dog themed prizes. Let me go and Google Blue Steel. Not the Zoolander face. You mean like kind of like this? Old school high elf armor. So you mean like candy, like a candy coat blue? Probably just do it exact, just dry brush that shit. Is there a picture of a high elf in this armor floating around the internet?
And his name is John C.
So I might have accidentally ordered all of Monument's paint line.
Let me get some love in the chat. Captain Banhammer picking up all of Monument Humvees. You're not gonna be sad about that. It's the best tools for the job, brother. Makes you better at painting. We're trying to figure out wish.com blue NMM, I guess. Requai has something particular in his mind. Damn, that looks fucking good. Oh, okay, look at this picture. That's on Instagram? I'll hit that follow button. Throw that heart up. Like this recoil, like this, oh, this, that. It's funny because he's actually showing us how he does it. He painted it all blue, and it looks like he just painted silver right over it. See? He just subtracted it from the blue position to silver. Which is kind of what I was thinking. Let me check your whip. Do you have a whip? It's basically your whip this. We get some love in the chat for Captain Banhammer. How you feeling, dude? You feeling better today? Yeah, like this art? Yeah, I saw that too. It's that's kind of like exactly what he's doing, right? He's like trying to figure out how to make this like kind of blue elven steel situation, right? Alright, I think I understand what you're talking about. Are you specifically thinking chainmail or just like anything? Or just anything? So it's honestly just the colors you use. Pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're doing... Do I have anything on this guy? We're doing... Everything we're doing is like dark gray, light gray, lighter gray, right? Like, and we're keeping a relatively dark position. So what it looks like to me is you can't be that dark, and you have to be a little bit more colorful for the fantasy feeling. So my gut is instantly telling me that you probably want to start with like dark blue instead of black blue. Right? I would say it's just color selection. So this blue is not desaturated, but it's dark. So you want to kind of keep this. You want to kind of keep the saturation intact. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But it can't. But it has to still trend toward gray. But you can't let the gray infect the hue too much. So I'm thinking probably that's the dark. You probably could just go straight to sky blue from there. And you might want to use like I mean, we're gonna need some gray. So maybe like bright neutral gray. So if you took some sky blue and dry brushed it right over the dark blue, just looking at that frame, it's a little wet here, but fuck it. So we're starting pretty simply, right? Simple. But then you do want to get the gray involved. And there is some gray mixed into the blue. Maybe get a little white in, and I want to go in. I think this is going to be important. Recoil. I think you got to make sure you have like a light gray on your brush with no blue in it for the final part, for the final highlights. See? Because you have to kind of force the blue back into the recesses while highlighting the tops of things. See what I'm talking about? Like right there. And then as always, like the whiter you're willing to go, the shinier you're saying it is, right? That's a bad dry brush stroke. So in that case, you see it's losing some blue. Here, it's staying relatively blue. But I think the formula is what matters. It's instead of using like dark neutral gray and white, or black blue and white, you're using dark blue, sky blue, the brightest gray, but it's important to make sure you get the gray involved in a way that lays over the blue somewhat. But even with the Wish.com metal recoil, you know, you're still gonna have to go in and hit it hard on some of the hard edges, like with a quick tracer. See? And basically some pure white, you see? So that's still gonna matter. You're still gonna have to go in and do like 10 minutes of nice clean edges when you're done. So you see, that's exactly how we did his leg and his sword, but we used black, blue, and white. You know what I mean? And versus a completely different trend, you see? So, Wish.com Blue Steel is just like Wish.com Steel. In application, just different formula. Money to bank. Money to blank. Money in the bank cash in. Check. Exclamation point whip. Let me see what you guys worked on over the weekend. I know there's more money to banks floating around out there. What'd you guys work on this weekend? Close some windows. JDA, you didn't paint this weekend? Keeping it rusty. What's up, player? You didn't paint this weekend? Chilling? That's fine. I didn't have anything either. I didn't do any painting. Keep it rusty. You've just been sniffing plastic glue, assembling these new Blade Angels? That's right, man. Been doing any hoe scale modeling? Polis UK. Guilty O'Neill. Guilty O'Neill, you magnetized anything lately? Keeping it rusty. Always playing with the hoe. Little trains and shit. Alright, well, nobody's got a whip. So let me go take a pee-pee break. I'll be right back, guys. We're back. Exclamation point fall hoodie. Exclamation point Monday. Hitting a rampage. You have some stuff that you worked on, but not really to show yet. When I catch it up on the current class, get the shading. Word. Excited for our next lesson. All right, so we gotta start messing around with this orc skin here. We're doing pretty good. You need a rampage tomorrow, Friday, probably Friday. Word. We've got this banner that goes here. Yeah, like right here. So we got to get this thing going. It's got a little gun that sits in this holster right here. Gotta get that going. Bowling. All right. Thanks for kicking it with us, Idiot Rampage. Go enjoy your bowling league. Yeah, keeping it rusty. We talked about that earlier. Sad time. Like, his cyborg face is good enough for now.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Almost forgot. Gayho is NVVSIOVMDSBHNTIEMD.
Gayho. That's all I heard. Let me get some love in the chat from my man, Idiot Rampage. I'm gonna switch out the palette paper, Idiot, and the Rampage. That one kind of confused the bot that time. The text-to-speech bot. So, not quite, I don't quite remember what we did on the orc skin. I just, what I airbrush? Did I just use like dark camo green? Like looking around at my desk, open paint pots, trying to recollect. Dude, I think I did. I think I used dark camel green. I found it. So I think that's what we started with. But we want to go darker than that. So a lot of people like to use purples and stuff. Dark purple, even some transparent purple. We did use a little bright yellow green, but we also did some, like, I think warm flesh adjacent to it. Probably filtered some yellow over that if I know myself. Get some white in this little pocket. Let's install some nice dark lines. Ginger beef almost had a fit. So what we're going to do is, so we know that this dark camel green was a big part of the paint job. We want to go darker than that. Let's add some of the purple and even the transparent purple. Oh, noosh. What we want to do is we want to drag, using our heart pull strategies. We want to create a frame. And I'm going a little hard here because I'm going to do a little bit of extra brushwork on this. More than usual. Because it's a relatively small piece of real estate. So I just want there to be, insanely defined jacked muscles, right? So this is the jactification process. Separate that bicep. Get this forearm. Tricep action. You're using purple because the BC Rides is reddish, right? No. But but yeah, that could work. I'm just doing it because a lot of people use it. A lot of people say that purple is a good shadow color for green skin. I don't care. Could be black for all I care right here. Could be dark blue. But I also like colorful shadows in general. Recall, you have a whip. First demons. You're gonna paint your first demons? Oh yeah, I remember these guys. Yo, this shit's fucking gangster. You're gonna paint that? Fuck yeah.
Angels sang out
Romantic.
an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris.
Vaikun, thank you for the sub, homie. Ginger Beast is the only S because blue is the natural progression. Shadow, yeah, absolutely. Blue is absolutely more logical. I agree with you 100%. There's some nice little, like, skin striations right here. I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit more. Sharpen, deeper shadow into the peck. So we just want to make the dark things dark first and foremost. The face. See, we're just kind of getting inside the recesses. Recoil is so ridiculous. So now what we want to do is let's blur a little bit off that line right there, so we know the dark camel green is what we laid down with the airbrush in our dark position. So let me just lower the opacity of some dark camel green. We just kind of blur this line a little bit. Kind of reshape the aesthetics. Getting those obliques. What's going on here? Request mom. Request mom knows. So what we want is a little bit of low opacity camo. Kind of blur that. I want to take a little of the bright green. Kind of work. Back in a little highlight. This is where it's going to get kind of interesting. So let's figure out, use some bright yellow green. Some warm flesh. Let's get a little white. Get all this together. And this would be our jactification line. Shout out to my man Jason Craze, Monument Hobbies. We're in the midst of a jactification skin workup on this orc. Your man Jason Craze is homesick. I hope he feels better soon. Welcome to the Monument Hobbies crew. Just tuning in, we're using a little green, warm flesh, and white to drag in some top of muscle highlight. We just put in these dark lines. You see, we're now opposing them with sharp, bright lines just underneath each muscle ledge. The dark lines were the dark camel green and dark purple and transparent purple. So you see how he's more defined, he's more jacked. You want to be careful, like you want to hit this line right here, but we might use some dark camel green in that mix because we got to respect the real estate. We're going high opacity, low moisture right there. Using the tip of our brush, heart pulling Now also I want to get a line right here. And I'm doing a very faint, low opacity highlight right there. I want to get one right here. And these are actually kind of sculpted in. To the muscle already. Very subtly, and I'm just reinforcing it. Let's rotate back here. Desert Fox is new to the channel. What do you mean with the opacity and the moisture? I'm telling you right now that this paint is semi-opaque. It means I've done something to it to lower the opacity. I'm telling you that it's still low moisture, meaning I've done something to mitigate the moisture component. So typically when I'm edge highlighting, which this is ultimately edge highlighting, I'm using high opacity, low moisture, meaning mostly raw dogging the mix right off the palette. And I teach classes, and a big part of my classes is like, you know, definition structure, technique structure, and pretty much every painting technique, we have a moisture definition. So again, I'm high opacity and low moisture as I stipple along the seam to maintain sharper control and instant deployment of my paint. Right there. Other techniques, you know, when I'm starting glazing and stuff, you'll see. Like right now, though, I'm going to add some noosh to the mix, which is going to lower the opacity, but it's not going to add any moisture. And so now I'm going to go in low opacity. And I still have all the control from it being low moisture right there. So the edge highlight game is kind of one of the most important games, and my whole category for edge highlighting is like, how do you basically draw little skinny lines on things and maintain control? It's a big part of my course. So we made the dark stuff dark, and now we're making the bright stuff bright. So let's kick it up a notch, right? We're using the warm flesh, some white, and some of this bright yellow green. Raw dog in the paint.
Excellent!
Always be rotating. Brett over on YouTube. What's up, man? And we're hitting the tops of the muscles. We're stippling along that open wound. Adding a little bit more highlight. Trying to get that set of muscles there looking fully jacked. And then on this guy, we did do a lot of conversions on this rider so that we can move his arm out of the way so you can see his body better. We want to make sure that we have a nice chiseled under highlight right here. We also want to get some right here on these striations. So we gotta be a little careful here. These are very faint, so we want to go under. Gonna go in for one more pass, brightening the mix. Using our heart pull right there. Now what we want to do is we want to move in to this hand, maybe this bite. Now let's hit the shoulder. So let's run it back. Some of the darker camel green. Let's find a highlight combination there. Using some of these colors. Hey, let's go. What's up, brother? So we want to get a little line right here. Using a heart pull. Right there. Want to get the top of this little spot. And so this is like a respectful highlight. We're not jumping straight to that super bright shit. It's just a little brighter. Now we're going to start upgrading the brightness factor, utilizing some more of our bright green and flesh colors. Let's lower the opacity. The purpose of this type of highlighting that we're doing in this is absolutely to make him more shredded than he actually is. That's why we call it the jactification process. Right here, we're going to drop a highlight opposing the shadow we installed. Rotate. So you got to keep the shadow line in there and just work off of it. High opacity, low moisture. We're using a combination of the greens we used in the airbrush process and some of the warm flesh we used in the airbrush process. And right here, I want to get a little bit more height right just in this little spot. And Bubba, I'm Bubba. Thanks for the follow, brother. Ginger B says, like look into yourself and overhead lighting after hitting the weights. Yeah, that is the jactification process. You see, they got nice, soft, round muscle bellies. There's still a way to do it. Let's move in this way. Just kind of investigating. A little bit right here. See, we're following the actual sculpt. Like there's lines where I'm putting this. So I'm not making too much of this up. Just over sharpening it like with a Photoshop filter, basically. Top of tricep right here. Put on the elbow. Bottom tricep head. Let's rinse it down. Let's go back to our shadow color for a second, which has a lot of purple in it. I want to get inside this recess right here. And maybe throw a little down on top right here. So we are over exaggerating that slice. But at the end of the day, our airbrushing is doing most of the talking. Right? You see, we just added a few lines. Let's go back to some camo green. Let's lower the opacity substantially. And I want to kind of re-sculpt that shadow right there. Yo, Recoil's mom. Let me get some strong mom love in chat. Exclamation point mom. Mom's Club Unite. Recoil's mom. She's got it going on. Found out about your son buying a whole new army? Like, look at how fucking jacked this guy is now. Just a couple of bonus lines added to the airbrushing that was super fast and easy to do. Little warm flesh, little green, little white. Set that broken skin edge right there. Legendary leader of the Cool Moms Club. Like 88% airbrushing for the skin. And I just knocked down a highlight with a ton of the camel green to help respect how dark it is in this recesses back here. That's the kind of highlighting we're going to do on the squig too. Squig is just place held airbrush, but we're going to, go through and exaggerate the contrast for sure. When you're doing these 32mm models, it's all about how dark the recess is and how bright the opposing lines are. The airbrushing is just like a cheat code to get there faster, to get to that part of painting faster. But because the airbrush is ultimately a product designed to generate a superior product, you need to do it well. You can't just I'm done airbrushing, I did it so fast. No, you got to do it the right way, which is fast, saves time, but it's got to generate that flawless airbrushing, that finish, like superior product. So let's mess around with this hand real quick because the hand is kind of important. So again, we're using some of the bright yellow green, flesh, white, kind of this combination of colors. We want to kind of maybe like frame the thumb on that seam. Do our best to get under some of those recesses. Tops of things. You're just doing the same principles on the hand. The jactification process. Let's get a little bit camo green right here. It's got those nails. Probably should just black them out. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab some just coal black. Added a little purple to the mix, so it's like a purple black. So now the nails, we're gonna add some white, which should make it like a purple gray. Too easy. Now the face, I was leaving that for last. So we dropped some shadow game in there. I have a feeling we're going to have to kind of go back and forth. Get really where we want on the face. So he's got, as orcs often do, this huge kind of crease in his jaw. We want to under highlight that shadow. He's got, looks like lips protruding here, little cheek. Right there. We're using the same exact workup. Now, does he have like a slash in his chin, like a scar? I feel like it does. Yeah, going up his lip right here. So you're doing just kind of the same brush strokes as you do in the muscles, like top of ledge, under shadow. Rotate. Chin. Let's look at again where his skin is tore up right here. Looks like there's some stitches. Shit is all sewn back together. You might have an eyebrow piercing right here. I'll have to look at the box. I'll lower the opacity. Just run a couple lines back. Prepping for that selfie, ginger beef. That's right, man. Duck lipped orc. Where's my box? Ugh. It's floating around. Got it. Let's look at this asshole. Huh. Yeah, they go. They did some crazy, some wild shit on this guy. Are these teeth? Like, what the fuck am I looking? Or is that lips? Is that a piece of metal too? Oh, I think they painted his tusks metal. Okay. I think I understand what I'm looking at. No way this orc is doing duck loops. He is. His face is like all mangled up. Grab a little magenta. I'm gonna install a little magenta into our filter. Right where his lips are. So it's just a light filter of magenta. Because his tusk is erupting right there from the gum line. Maybe even a little transparent red. Lowering the opacity.
From we enter inside, I come through and lift up
Color
the vibe.
white.
That's just what we bring, we get like. Gonna get this party started alright all night. Got the rhythm on deck. I don't need to tell you what.
Reapproach some of these highlights.
Jump to the rhythm and show me two steps. Got my cup full, I'm fine. Head to toe in that drip, I'm wavy. Couple man I ain't seen from time. Couple girl, I might move to wine. Like, hey miss, if it's no crime, would you let this one dance be mine? But even if the stars don't align, ain't no way I'm gonna lose my shine. It's pure vibes on the floor. You got drinks, brought some more.
Kind of doing that orc kind of lip effect.
We ain't poor, we're just flexing on the ends. I might text a couple more friends and get loose. It's the vibe.
But his like face is absolutely blown away. So it's great. And so I'm starting to see what we're looking at here is like fully mangled face. Let's get some of the green.
From we enter inside, I come through and lift up the vibe. That's just what we
Mixed in.
get like. Gonna get this party started alright all night. Got the rhythm on deck. I don't need to tell you what's next. Just jump to the rhythm and show me two step. Jump to the rhythm and show me two step.
Let's grab a little black and white. Just get a gray going. Let's paint this tooth.
Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something.
It's got that tusk coming out.
They thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running. I did it.
He's got one over here too.
I did it, I did. I did it, I started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running.
I think that they're trying to paint the metal.
I did it, I did. I did it, I did. Yeah. You get what you give, it is what it is. Don't want you to win, it don't make no sense. Don't pay it on mine, on mine, on my biz, on mine, on mine. They wonder why, after flipping sides, we not out of eyes.
He's also got like a single tooth visible right here.
Whole lot of friends, they came and they went. Whole lot of money I put up and spent. When I was down, ain't not to be found. But catch a little buzz, they right back again. Right back again. Pull up a toast, right to the brim. This for them. Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running. I did, I did. I did it, I did. I did, I started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a
Get some
running.
white.
I did, I did. I did it, I did.
Scott Frazier, what's up? See if we can put a clean line on the top of this tooth.
I kept a vision around me. Whole team know it isn't about me. Been through the peaks, been through the valleys. If I try to quit, they wouldn't allow me. Breaking the bread up and pass it around me. Yeah, walking achievement, eyes we beat it. You know it's a feat, still on 2 feet, yeah. They say I'm conceited. It ain't no limits, no, it ain't no ceilings. That's how we feel it. That's how we feel. It's hard to conceal. It's hard to conceal it. Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing.
Oh, definitely a robot tooth right here.
I did, I did. I did it, I did. I did, I started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be,
Definitely.
but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running. I did, I did.
Let's edge highlight the tops of this
I did, I did.
robot face a little bit more. It's definitely styled like a skeleton. Like it's absolutely Terminator style. It's not even, it's like instead of it being like a cybernetic replacement that's like over things, it's like his skin was blown away, revealing his T100 faceplate. As you can see, even here on the skin is like that. It's usually the other way around. So this orc is 100% a Terminator. He is a fucking robot. Set back from the future. 1980.
Me like Chico's. I'm suave like Rico. Can't be mine no repo. This my home like depot. Can't deny like Vito.
Let's get a little white.
I gotta go. I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas.
See if I can get his little eyeball.
GPS. I got goals. I know where to go, so I never crash. Hey, way too fast. I gotta go. I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas. Hey, GPS. I got goals. I know where to go, so I'll never crash.
Then a little bit more white in there. Since I'm messing with the like a gray white, I'm gonna make it a little warmer by adding the warm flesh to it. Take the stitches. Let's grab some of our pork skin color here. You see, I'm just gonna hit some ripples. Stipple under. Skin is all kind of mushed up right here. Bro, this guy's wild. 11 minutes left, guys. Exclamation point. Fall hoodie, exclamation point. Monday. While that's drying, let's grab a little gray. Do not forget, it does have these nuts and bolts. Where his skin is straight riveted, the armor. Stipple, high opacity, low moisture. Let's take some transparent red. Let's lower the opacity. Set it into the eye socket. Make his Terminator eye a little glowy. Grab a little bit more white. Bro, this guy is fucking preposterous. Let's take a little of that transparent red. And shove it right up against the skin. Right there. There go Matthew. What's up, brother? A little more green. There go Matthew. This is the most amazing orc model on planet Earth. I think Nurgle Matthew knows it. I'm 50% sure that Nurgle Matthew has been a bot for like 10 months. Like, I don't think he's actually at the computer. I think he has a bot. Hi, Joe Blast 360. Thank you for the sub. So now it's all about getting the squig done. I'm pretty satisfied with what we have on all of our detail add-ons, right? We airbrushed. It's all in the VODs, guys. I've got the first 3 volumes edited for Patreon. They're on Patreon right now. Then we have 1 published. Now this will be 2 published unedited, where we locked in all the details. Left the squig himself untouched. It's just airbrushed. And now it's time to get the squig looking good. Scott Fraser, thank you. Ryan Yak, thanks, man. Sir Latham, what's up, brother? Where you been, homie? Exclamation point fall hoodie. Exclamation point Monday. 4.5 minutes left if you want to be in the final 4, which is basically a raffle ticket for the fall hoodie at the end of the month. And today is Monday Night Raw Dog, so you can get a magnet, a headband, sticker, or a koozie in our Raw Dog styling for just entering the final 4. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking stoked on this, man. This might be the best orc model we've done. But also, I think it's the sickest kit. Like, Gazgul was a solid kit. Like, that's my favorite model I've ever painted. But this, I think this is that next evolution. This really encapsulates, to me, like the orc flavor. Look at it. All this Terminator 2 Judgment Day action, and he's fucking riding a dinosaur shark. It's pretty fucking hype. And it's a bunch of conversions. Because in the box art is, I'll show you, that particular orc's arm covers his entire body. And he has the Vega Claw. We left the gauntlet, I think. We took this sword, added it to this hand by cutting the hand off and gluing it here. And then we had to shave it down so the gauntlet hid what we cut off. and green stuff the wraps back in. Right? Because I wanted that sword, as you can see, that was the right choice. But we also wanted to not have his robot arm completely hide his robot body. So he's a brawler, dude. He's coming. He's gonna do that orc thing where he's gonna jump off and beat the shit out of you. He's got a sword that's humongous, but he's balling that fist up, dog. I'm gonna push that motherfucker. He is about to slap someone. So we made a version of this kit that doesn't exist, right? Because we used this squig configuration with that sword and his body heavily converted. Took a lot of hatchet work. It's in the VODs. The Terminator pin smack. That's right, Chaos. Or Chaos and Lead. 1 minute, 25 seconds left for anyone who wants to get in the Top D Grand Prix. Of course, you just earned Yo Dogs for watching and supporting, and whoever's in the Final Four gets free shit at the end of the show, in addition to all other prize stacks. 1 minute left. That's how I make my dollars. Thank you guys for kicking it with me today on this educational journey and getting OP at painting. Orc Timber. This is sponsored content. This is going to go out to somebody afterwards. A new program. May have seen me talk about it online.
And his name is John C.
My man, Captain Banhammer. Great stream, he says. Thanks as always. I appreciate you supporting me. We got
Great
2 minutes.
stream, bro. Thanks as always.
Thank you, homie. Biggest pickle love in chat right there. Well, 2 minutes overtime because of our boy. I'm super stoked on this. We painted a lot of orcs here on the channel.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
I'm particularly proud of this little grenade belt that we glued on to cover up our hatchet work. And then painted it, and then just say, yeah, they're grenades, and we painted them like Umbrella Corp. I love that. With 1 minute, 30 seconds overtime, Captain Banhammer, you're a legend. We just got to sort the Squigosaurus out, and that's it. Let me look at my sponsor content list. Because I have a couple models missing. B-Dub's Terrain Forge is on my list, but I think we have to circle back to some stuff. Yeah, he's B-Dubs, you're supposed to be up next if you're in chat. 23 seconds left. Sir Latham, we're just chilling, bro. Just closing the show out with the final four. Fall Hoodie, exclamation point Monday. How you doing, man? Like, we're just chilling in Florida, brother. I'm a Florida man. Write some names down. Recoil's mom. Headband, sticker, magnet, koozie. Idiot. Same question, but he's not here. Captain Banhammer, same question. Recoil. Ha! Recoil, you're so ridiculous. Magnet for mom. Sticker for Captain Banhammer. Sticker for Recoil. Got it. Recoil, your dice came all the way to Australia, brother. That's tight. Glad you got them. Alright, let's raid. It's Monday, so we're gonna raid Wicked. Sir Latham, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Lucky man. That's awful, brother. Hit me up on Facebook, man. DM me on Discord and thing, man. So it's a rough time period, man. This community will rally for you, brother. Queuing up this raid. Shout out to Chaos and Lead. Appreciate that. Alright guys, as always, until we meet again tomorrow night, play on, players.